Hi, and welcome back to Wisdom from the Angels. Hi, my name is Carolyn. I'm an energy intuitive life coach as well as a energy master teacher and instructor. Everything you need to know about me is in the box below. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it so you get email notifications. And if you like the content, give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and leave some comments so that we can build this community and share this video with someone who may enjoy it. All right, as we always do, or I try to remember to do, let's get started with bringing in the angels. Okay, so I've shown you guys this before, but here's my trusty bowl that I use for meditation, and set it down. And I'm going to use my left hand to form the heart link symbol, which is part of IET, Integrated Energy Therapies learning modality, energy modality, sorry. But it is one you can learn too. If you like information on that, send me an email. But this is what it looks like, and we're going to be connecting with the angels. All right, remember this starts the energy flowing up to the angelic realm. Okay. Sorry, pups. Try not to hit it too loud because it can really reverberate. And I have two pups, my co-hosts, Lady and Coco, and it can be a little jarring for them and their because they have extremely sensitive ears. Okay. All right, let's get started with an invocation to bring in the angels. All right. So we're going to begin with angels. I ask that you watch over this session, surround us, guide us, and make certain that only the true divine guidance comes through. Help us to release all expectations and all fears, all ego, so that only we can see what is for our truest and highest guidance and bring in what is best for all or something even better than we can imagine. Thank you, angels, for being in our lives, and thank you for all our many blessings. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And may this reading bring blessings to all who can hear it. Thank you. All right. That message came through at the very, very end. And it is always my hope that with each message, you do get some information, and I hope it's blessings. All right, as I do each and every day, I just want to remind you again, anything you need to know about me is in the box below. Feel free to drop me an email if you're interested in learning about my services and you'd like to have a 15-minute free chat to just get some idea of what it is that I do offer. Briefly, I do offer angel card readings. I also offer energy sessions that are done remotely. In other words, you stay at home in your pajamas and your slippers, and I am where I'm at on the central coast here of California, and we can do a session. Send me an email, put in the subject line session, and then we'll go ahead and talk. If you're someone who's in need of support, go ahead and send me an email in reference to what you're going through, and I can add that also to our weekly meditation, where I do send out blessings for not only my clients but also my YouTube subscribers as well. Okay? All right, let's get into this reading. I try not to do a rushed reading, and I try not to take up too much of your time because I know that, one, I could talk for hours and hours and hours on end because I do love talking about the angels. But I also am going to honor your time and your schedule, and I don't feel that you need to have an hour-long angel card reading here on the channel when it is for a general community. if you choose that, when we do set up an angel card reading, you will get lots of information. And we can record it. We can also do a number of things. We can do it in different ways too. Okay? And it's a one-on-one session if that's what you choose. Okay, and we can do it by Zoom, we can do it by Skype, we can do it by phone, we can do it any number of platforms that can help you out. Okay? All right, so let's get into the card decks we're going to be using today. And we're going to be using the Sixth Sense Connection Oracle deck today. All right, that's one of them. And my old trusty favorite, Angel Answers. Oh, the Sixth Sense Oracle deck is by, well now, who's the by? Anne-Marie McCormack. Sorry about that. I always try to tell you guys that, just in case you want to buy the set. And I use the different decks that have become my favorites. The Sixth Sense is one of my newer decks. And it was sent to me by a friend for my birthday that I just had this month. Can you believe it's the end of September? It seems like when September comes in, it's Labor Day, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, end of the month. It's like, what happened to September? So much happens in September. But anyway, let me go ahead and, the one thing I love about this deck, the Sixth Sense, is that when I took it out of the box, it honestly felt like I had been using them for years. The quality of these cards are absolutely amazing. And it didn't cost, I mean, some decks can get up there in price. I mean, I saw one deck that was $450. And I was like, unless it comes with the angels right along with it, I mean, you know, physically in the box, and a whole lot of other information that I can't get with a less than $50 deck, I think someone else gonna have to buy that $400 one. And the kicker is that the information wasn't that different. It wasn't like you got like 4 or 5 pages on one single thing. It was very interesting, very interesting. Anyway, don't let me get off topic. So I'm going to be clearing the cards. And I do it every day, and I use Palo Santo to clear my cards. I have also used Nag Champa to clear my cards. That's one of the pure incenses. I also have used rose water, and I have also, when I get a new deck, and especially if I am off to the beach, I will take my deck and go over to the beach, and I'll shuffle it 4 or 5 times, and then I'll dig a little thing out in the dirt, and I'll go ahead and bury it in the dirt, and I'll leave it there for like 30 minutes. I'll take it out, wipe each card off, and then I'll let them sit in the sun for like another 30 minutes. So while they're basking in the sun, I'm basking in the sun, and we're both enjoying all that beautiful, wonderful stuff you get from the sun, like vitamin D and sunshine. Like I'm so tanned. Oh my goodness. I laughed the other day because someone said, Carolyn, do you have on colored tights? And I said, why? And I looked down and I got the biggest laugh. And the reason being, I can show you here because I'm not going to show you my legs. But look at the difference in that tan. Oh my goodness. So I went to the beach one day a couple of weeks ago, and I fell asleep in the sun. When I woke up, I came on back home and was changing to shower, and I noticed that I had a new tan line. So I'm going to have to go back to the beach another day this week and even that line out, because I got to tell you, it's a little jarring to wake up and see your legs are through 2 different colors. But anyway, TMI, I know. Y'all didn't want to know all that, did you? Angel, what's the message for today? Okay, take that one too. Angel, what is our messages for? Okay, and Angel, is there another message that you have for us for today and this one? Okay, thank you, angels. Thank you so much. And so let's see what this first reading is. Am I picking the cards for the rest of this read? No, do this one first. Okay, cool. Cool. Now I know I've been promising y'all since I came on this channel, since I started my channel, that I was going to do my readings in different ways, and that I was going to have different setups. Well, I've been working on those, and have found myself a little challenged. That's the best way to put it. So, okay, we've had this card before, and this card is called Imagination. It's a beautiful card, and on the card it has a gentleman. Looks like someone of royalty because of the way they're dressed, and they're looking off into what could look like someone's mind. Maybe the future. We're going to find out though. So the first card is Imagination. The next card that comes out is Heartlight. Okay, and that's interesting. We do see a figure here with light emanating out of their heart, their heart chakra, which is right about here on our bodies. Okay, and it's usually very bright, very powerful light. And depending upon which philosophy you're talking about, some show it as green, some show it as like a rose color. All right, the next card is Autumn. Oh, how cool is that? We just had the autumnal equinox. How cool is that? Oh my gosh. Anyway, this is the card that's coming up for autumn. Okay. All right, and the last card that came out is Emerge. And we see this beautiful, beautiful woman emerging from, it looks like maybe back in those times, maybe a tent, but from a really elegantly, looks like decorated room. How beautiful is that? Okay, so what I'm picking up here from just these 4 cards is we are going through a time of transformation, and we are being called to really look into our hearts. We're being called to really do the things that make our hearts sing versus the things we were told by our teachers or our parents to do. It is time for us to break out of those old molds and begin to emerge as the people that we truly are. And it is time for us to really look at using our imagination to get us there. Use it as one way of inspiration. Use it as one way of seeking that change from within. Oh my goodness, I love this. And I also like, not only did we just go through the autumnal equinox on the 22nd, September 22nd, I remember that day because it's my son's birthday. But it is also a time where we really start to become introspective. We start to go within. We start to harvest. And that's what is coming up on Thursday. Yes, the harvest full moon. Yes, October 1. We have the harvest full moon. And that really signals a time of harvest and of bringing in things where the seeds that we planted in spring and early summer have begun to blossom. How cool is that? Look at that. And the cards showed us that today. Wow. Thank you, angels. They're now saying use the Angel Answers deck. And let me go ahead and clear it. And I just do that by passing the deck over it. Normally, when I'm clearing cards, especially when I first get a deck, maybe I'll do a video on that. I take each card and pass it through smoke after saying an invocation over the deck, because I'm grateful and thankful that the deck showed up in my life. It did not have to. Okay? And sometimes the decks I'm looking for go missing. Another one of my favorite tarot readings, Eric over on Divine Conversations, he was using the Lightworkers Oracle this week. And I was like, wait a minute, I got that deck. Where is it? And I went looking for it. Do you know I couldn't find it? And I have all my decks like in a specific place. I was like, what the heck is going on? And then I heard the angel say, not right now. You don't need to use that right now. I was like, okay. So I'm going to keep an eye out for it. And when it shows up, we're going to use it here on the channel. What? Alrighty. I think that's 4, and I believe this is going to be number 5. And if it's not, okay, it's not. So I have lined up in front of me my birthday present to myself, and it is a Lumerian crystal. And she's so pretty. I like her. Anyway, I'm going to that's what she looks like all the way around. And she has what are known as readers inside. And I'll talk to you one day. I'm going to do a video this week on the Lumerian crystals because I got 7 of them. I called my crystal guy, Gary, back in Maryland, and he only deals with ethically sourced crystals. And he's a really cool guy. Gary's business is called Mahalo Minerals. And I don't believe they have a website. He says he's too busy to keep up with it, so he's not going to do it. And Gary's been doing this for over 20-something years. And all of the Reiki people and healers and light workers, that's where they go. That's their go-to person if you're in Virginia, Maryland, or what is it, DMV? Virginia, Maryland, or DC. Hello, Carolyn, you live there. Anyway, sorry I'm getting a little goofy here today. I've had an interesting day. My day started, I woke up at 8:30. I'm usually awake by 5, 6. I was like, what? And the puppies are sitting there going, hello, we're kind of hungry, lady. Can you get up? And yeah, if you need information about Gary and Mahalo Minerals, let me know. He will pick out what you're looking for. You just tell him what it is you're going to use it for. And I'm going to show you all my new babies that I just got. I'm excited, and I'm going to be really excited when I can get my things out of storage because I have crystals. I've got a piece of kyanite, that's the blue kyanite. It's that long and it's about that thick around. Oh my God, I can't wait to see her. I'm so excited. I'm going to go up and look in see if I can pull out a couple of boxes and getting really excited. One of the reasons I haven't taken things out of storage is I'd like to just make one move, bring it all under one roof and just settle down. I'm so excited. I'm back in California, although with the fires, I don't know. And I looked up online, where's the best place to live that has clean air in California? And it told me, and I was like, okay, that's a cute little town, and it is right before you get on, you head up into the mountains on Route 13, Los Gatos, which means cat people, or the cats. And it's a small little town. It's kind of cute. But as you know, anything in California that you'd like to own can come at a price. Okay. And that price can usually be a little like gulp, gulp. So anyway, let's see what we can get in this spread that is going to bring guidance and clarity into our life today. They've said one more card. One more? Okay, that one. Okay. All right. So the first card that fell out from the Angel Answers deck is Peaceful Resolution. So if you are going through a change, if there is something significant that is happening in your life, and a lot of people are going through this change, especially because of the pandemic. And they may be going from transitioning from working in an office to working at home. And they've had about 5 to 7 months to get ready to learn how to be at home and work. And some people really are not excited about going back into offices. And so a lot of, especially here in our little town, and our town is pretty small. I think we have about 11,000 people. And people, I see a lot of businesses, all of a sudden they're emptying out. And a couple of people that I know who own businesses have said, you know, brick and mortar, I love my space, but I'm not so sure I want to stay in a space when I can work from home and work out in my pajamas. So yeah, I'm all for that. All right, so the next card that came up is, there is no need to worry. In other words, the universe has your back. The angels have your back. Call them in if you are ever starting to doubt that. Call them in and ask for guidance. Ask for them to remove your fears. Ask for them to remove anything from a past life, this life. Ask them to remove any ancestral trauma, because that also can be passed on to us. And we can also call on Archangel Azrael. Remember, we talked about Azrael today to help with transmutation and transformation, two very different things. And the way that you can tell they're different is transmutation would be like it's a metamorphosis, like going from a caterpillar to a butterfly. Transformation could be, oh, you just move the furniture around in the room and it gives a different feel to it. So those are the differences. Okay, so here's another one. Things are going to turn around in the near future. I mentioned that we are having a full moon on Thursday. Today and tomorrow, really sit down and write up your list. What are you ready to release? Because that's what the full moon energy is about. What are you really ready to release? And also start to think about, what are you willing to welcome in? Because the full moon can be used for both, but we do need to release before we can begin to bring in anything, any new energy. Okay, you got to release the old. Because remember, fear and love are the two main driving forces in our lives. And if we are living in fear, love is going to be hitting up against a closed door. Release the fear, have more love. That's kind of simple. Not easy, but simple. It's a simple way of discussing it. Okay? Next card that's coming up is Ask Your Angels. What did I just say? Ask the angels for guidance. Ask the angels to help you. Ask the angels to provide you with the knowledge, with the belief, with the understanding, and with the energy to know that it is all going to work out. And it is. It really is going to work out. And communicate clearly exactly what it is that you so truly desire to have in your life. What would make your heart sing? What would make you so excited and so just overjoyed with getting up every day? Think about that and begin to release that out so that you can begin to release out anything that gets in the way of that. Begin to release anything, any kind of energy, relationship, people. Let it go. This time, that's what 2020 was about. It was about us finding out what we value. It was about us really stepping into our own path, not someone else's path that they told us we should go down. And it is about us really connecting with our heart. Get out of your head. Get out of your head. There's a gerbil up there. And that gerbil will keep those thoughts going round and round and round and round and round and round. Aren't you tired of hearing the same old thing? Shift into your heart. Shift into love. Shift into unconditional love. I'm going to talk to you about how to get to unconditional love in just a minute. And listen to your intuition. Boy, this message couldn't have been clearer. It is almost as if I sat here and pulled these cards before we even started, and I did not. You saw me shuffling, you saw me pulling out cards. Or maybe you didn't. But you will soon, I promise. And I'm going to stop promising and just do it. But I think it's very clear here what this reading is about. That it is time for us to communicate exactly what we want. To really, really, really use our intuition and listen to our intuition, because in the very near future, things can come together. There is no need to worry. There's no need at all for us to worry, because everything has a peaceful resolution to it. Okay? And whether we think we hold the key, whether we think we can even begin to find the key, we can also begin to look at whether or not, I was pulling out my angel cards I keep on my desk, see if I had a picture there to show you of Azrael. I don't. But we can also ask our angels to come on in here and help us out. See, ask your angels. And use your imagination. Use your imagination. Tap into your heart light. Tap into that heart light, remember? And what season is a good time for this? Autumn. We're in autumn right now. And you have a lot of energy here to help you as we begin to emerge into the beings that we chose to be. Remember, use all of the spiritual team that surrounds you and guides you each and every day. Call in your guardian angel and say, hey, I need some support here. Come on now. You see I'm struggling. And begin to really look at what it is you truly desire. Dream big. Dream big. And always say thank you. And always say this or something better than I could even imagine. And watch and see what shows up. You might be absolutely blown away by what could show up in your life that at one time you thought you were not worthy of. And remember, with Azrael helping you out, Angel Daniel helping you to release any grief or loss, Angel Ariel calling in all those angels to help you out, and Angel Raphael, the divine physician, to help you to heal any wounds that are left. We're going to call in Uriel and Raphael for guidance, as well as Gabriel. We're going to use our intuition, and we're going to have Gabriel help us with our third eye and make sure that we are receiving the messages that are for our highest and greatest good. We're going to call in Angel Chamuel and Angel Cassiel to remind us how loved we are. And we are loved. And I was going to talk to you about that. How do you really begin to know you're loved? Got a simple exercise for you. Sit down, get calm, call in the angels, set the intention that you would like clear guidance on unconditional love, or any other intention that you wanted to do, but we're talking about love here. And as you're sitting there, whether you're praying or you are meditating, find yourself a mirror, and in that mirror, just keep repeating as you look into your own eyes, I love you, I love you, I love you. And don't be surprised if you become very emotional, because that's the one thing we don't do. A lot of us, there are a number of people, wait for someone else to say I love you before we feel worthy. Connect with your heart. Connect with the universal, unconditional love that surrounds you and that is there for you to just tap into. Because I promise you, when you start to live your life from your heart with an idea of love, watch how things shift in your world. Okay? Don't wait for that person to show up and say, I love you. You just met them yesterday. How the heck do they even know you? They don't know your heart. I promise you they don't. So, get to know yourself. Become very familiar with who you are. And remember to always check with the angels, give them permission to come in, and remember you're loved more than you can even imagine. And start to really fall in love with yourself. Maybe let's take October as Fall in Love with Ourself Month. Let me make a note of that because that sounds so good. Fall in love with self. And I'll start doing some of those kinds of videos next month, and it's 31 days. Oh boy, maybe I'll do one a week, and then we can work on it long term. How about that? One exercise a week, work on it for the entire week. And then I want you to send me either an email and tell me how you're doing, or put it in the comments if you're brave. How's your week going with your little piece of self-care that you're doing over there in your little world? Let me know how things start to shift for you. Okay, we're also we're right now in Mercury's shadow, because Mercury goes retrograde on October the 12th until November the 3rd. And it will go back in its shadow for another 14, well, they say 10 to 14 days. So let's just say 14 days till November 15th through the 17th. And you know what's happening there in the U.S. We are going to be having the wonderful elections. And don't be surprised if many of our election results are not finalized before mid to late November. And as I said to you before, stay observant. Be the observer. Don't get caught up in all the media hype. All right, that's the one way you're going to maintain your sanity and your calm. And you're going to be able to stay connected with your heart and what truly, truly matters. Okay? All right, come on back tomorrow. I will send you many blessings. And I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. I know I am. I'm off to the beach. Maybe I can smooth out my tan line. Alrighty, take care and have an amazing rest of the day. Remember, give me a thumbs up. And on this channel, when we don't know which angel to call in, we say, angels, get the flock in here. Okay? Take care. Thank you for coming by today. And may your heart be filled with more joy, love, laughter, and love than you could even imagine. Removing blockages opens the way for prosperity.